Anshum, the start.
Good morning, Galaxy of Intellectuals, Chief Guest, Guest of Honor, Chairman JG Yai, Dean Ycet, Chief Coordinator Ycet, Principal IECS Polytechnic, HOD of Computer Department, faculty members, and participants. On the first day of Faculty Development Program on Artificial Intelligence, we welcome you all to the gathering. It is a matter of great happiness to welcome you all to the Faculty Development Program organized by the Department of Computer Engineering. Success is no accident. A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. There is no secret to success. It is a result of perfection, learning from failures, loyalty, persistence. Now it's the time to introduce Yogananda College of Engineering and Technology to each one of you present here. Ycet is an institution that has been famed for always taking the road less traveled. While giving pure academics, Ycet has always endeavored to provide its faculty with that little extra something that makes this college distinctive and unique. We understand the need for continuous improvement and innovation in knowledge disbursement. As a faculty concur peak after challenging peak of success, we deem it is our duty to provide them with all the support in the form of the state-of-art infrastructure, providing them with the challenging opportunities to test their mettle and the required guidance, motivation, human values, which are real essence of life. Engineering colleges were established to train graduates well in the branch, have a holistic outlook, and have a desire to work for national needs and beyond. This year, our Department of Computer Engineering organizes 5 days of FDP on AI. If we talk about the faculty members in this FDP, the faculty members in this FDP are not only from this college, but also from different polytechnic colleges of J&K and different engineering colleges outside J&K. So when we talk about the AI, it is a current topic in computer science today. Some of the few examples, if we talk about AI, some of the examples in AI are chatbots that use AI to understand customer problems faster and provide more efficient answers. Intelligent assistants also use AI to pass critical information for large text datasets to improve scheduling. Recommendation engines use AI so that they can provide automated recommendation for TV shows based on the user viewing habits. So this is all about the AI. Next, I would like to invite HOD Computer Department, Ycet, Engineer Robin Kumar, for the welcome address and introduction about this FDP on artificial intelligence to all of you present here. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I, Robin Kumar, HOD Computer Engineering, would like to thank all of you. Good morning, everyone. I, Robin Kumar, HOD Computer Engineering, would like to thank for joining this FDP. It's a moment of extended pleasure to welcome the guests who are present there to attend the FDP. On the behalf of Yogananda College of Engineering and Technology, I offer my regards to all the guests and the people join us. I convey my regard to the chief guest of the day, Shri Sudarshan Kumar, Director Skill Development, Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and join this FDP. I convey my regards to the guest of honor of the day, Shri Umesh Baru, Deputy Director, Skill Development, Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining with us. I would also like to welcome Engineer Dinesh Gupta, Dean Academics, Ycet, B.R. Verma, Chief Coordinator, Ycet, Engineer Amit Sharma, Principal, ICS Polytechnic, and all the faculty members. Now I would like to welcome all the resource persons. Dr. Manish Saxena, Principal, FGIPS, Raebareli. Dr. Anuj Goyal, Professor, Chandigarh University, Dr. M. Seladurai, St. Joseph University, Nagaland, Mrs. R. Satya, Assistant Professor, SRM Chennai, Dr. N. Karthikeyan, Professor and Head, College of Engineering, Tamil Nadu. As you all know, today is the world of AI. So we organize 5-day long FTP on artificial intelligence from 7th March to 11th March. Artificial intelligence make our daily life easy with online search recommendations, face recognition, and also to identify various fandoms. So I hope this session will become a great success. So thank you everyone for joining with us. Over to Anshu ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. Now, I would like to invite our guest of honor, Shri Umesh Baru, Deputy Director Planning. He is currently working in the Directorate of Skill Development and looks after Planning section of Directorate. Sir, kindly share your view about this activity.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. A very good morning to all the participants. I, Umesh Badu, Deputy Director Planning, working in the Directorate of Skill Development J&K. I sincerely take this opportunity to express that it is giving me immense pleasure to share this opportunity of the opening session of the 5-day faculty development program, which is being organized by Yogananda College of Engineering and Technology, J&K, for its faculty through the galaxy of academicians from different parts of the India, for which I really congratulate from the core of my heart the chairman, principal, dean academics, HOD, management and staff of this famous Yogananda with the faculty of the Yogananda College of Engineering and Technology. I also take this opportunity to say that the topic artificial intelligence, which is chosen by the Yogananda College as FDP for their faculty, is very much relevant for this contemporary world of advanced computer sciences. Because when we first hear or talk about the word artificial intelligence, it promptly refers to the intelligence of machines, which further creates curiosity in our minds to know more and more about it, as this artificial intelligence is in contrast to the natural intelligence of humans and all living beings. This AI is the simulation of human intelligence and is probably the fastest growing development in the world. I firmly believe that this 5-day FDP through the galaxy of academicians from India is going to immensely benefit the faculty of this famous Yogananda College, for which I extend my heartiest congratulations to the faculty and the entire management. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your work. Now, I would like to invite chief guest, Shri Sudarshan Kumar, JKS, Director Skill Development, JNK. There are 20 polytechnics and 50 ITS are currently under him, the UT of JNK. Sir, please share your views about this FDP.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So, first of all, I thank Chairman Yogananda College for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this program. I also congratulate the management of the college for organizing this program on a very recent and very latest topic, which is artificial intelligence. So I also congratulate the participants. I was looking these various academicians from other parts of our country. Dr. Manish Saxena from FGIPS Raebareli, Dr. N. Karthikeyan, Professor and Head from Said Amal and Engineering College, Tamil Nadu, Dr. Anuj Goyal, Chandigarh University, Dr. M. Seladurai from Nagaland, St. Joseph University, Mrs. R. Satya, Assistant Professor, SRM Chennai. So all and these topics which they will be sharing their views are also very, very relevant in these times. I will also be sparing my time to listen to these professors. So my best wishes. And again, I am very, very happy that our Yogananda College is organizing such a program, and a lot of things, a lot of benefits from this college. I hope that all the faculties and all the participants will get many latest knowledge and share their experience and benefit from this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words. Now, I would like to invite Engineer Dinesh Gupta, Dean Academics YCT, to say a few words about this FDP.
Thank you, Anshu. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you. The galaxy of intellectuals, guests, faculty, and my dear participants, a pleasant morning to all of you. I, Dinesh Gupta, Dean Academics of Yogananda College of Engineering and Technology, Jammu, feel honored and privileged to welcome you all on the inaugural function of 5-day faculty development program on artificial intelligence organized by Computer Engineering Department of our college. First of all, I would like to congratulate Engineer Robin Kumar, HOD of the department, and also like to congratulate the faculty members of the department. I feel great, proud to say that last year also all the departments conducted faculty development programs successfully, and this year also our electrical department has just concluded 5-day faculty development program. Association with IIC, that is Institutions Innovation Council, or MHRD Government of India initiative. In IIC ranking, I would like to tell all of you that last year our college was ranked 3rd among all the colleges and universities of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and this year our college is ranked 2nd. It is such a great privilege to have galaxy of intellectuals present today on the inaugural function of 5-day faculty development program. Sri Sudarshan Kumar, JKAS, Director Skill Development Department, JNK, is the chief guest of today's inaugural function. It is such a privilege to have Sri Sudarshan Kumar with us. With his hard work, enthusiasm, and focus on innovation and research, the Skill Development Department under his leadership achieved greater excellence. Shri Umesh Badu, Deputy Director Planning Skill Development Department, is our guest of honor. He is a person whose legacy will be remembered forever. Strong leadership is the foundation of any department's success, and without Sudarshan sir and Umesh sir, that would not be possible. We tried our best to make this great event possible due to support from Bardi Chairman, Engineer Vidhi Singh Jambal, Chairman cum Managing Trustee of our group, and Engineer Renu Bangru, Managing Director of Jambal Group of Educational Institutions. They always motivated and inspired us in conducting such type of research-related activities at Yogananda College of Engineering and Technology. Their commitments to the college is beyond words. I would like to thank Engineer Bodhraj Verma, His guidance and advice have been invaluable to all of us. My special thanks to our special guest, Engineer Amit Sharma, Principal of ICS Polytechnic Jammu, and the faculty members of ICS Polytechnic Jammu. Thanks for joining the inaugural function. In this 5-day faculty development program, we have resource persons not only from Jammu and Kashmir, but also from other states of India. Dr. Manish Saxena, Principal FGPIS, Raebareli, Dr. N. Karthikeyan, Professor and Head Syed Amal Engineering College, Tamil Nadu, Dr. Anuj Goyal, Professor Chandigarh University, Dr. M. Seladurai, Professor St. Joseph University, Nagaland, and Mrs. R. Satya, Professor SRM College, Chennai. My best wishes to the organizing team and hope the participants will be benefited from this 5-day faculty development program. Thanks, and over to Anju.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now, this is the end of inaugural session. So thank you, everyone. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Manish Saxena, Principal FGIPS Library, for conduct the session. Before starting the session, I want to introduce Dr. Manish Saxena. He's working as principal at FG Institute of Professional Studies, Library. Dr. Manish Saxena is having a vast experience in multiple domains such as mobile computing, biodiesel, and its commercial applications. His first research paper was selected for Mission Moon 1 by none other than then Honorable President of India, Dr. Abdul Kalam. He got the first ever manufacturing license of aromatic machines in India approved by the Ministry of Ayush. One of his key research project was development of web spamming prevention model, which was adopted by hundreds of web servers across globe using AI on web application that time. Recently, he has been awarded with 2 international awards for development of aromatic machines. So, sir, please start your session on FDP, start your session on artificial intelligence.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a privilege to be invited as a resource person for this FDP. And also it's an honor to start this FDP with my research topic. Before starting my topic, I would like to say thanks to all the organizers from the Yogananda College, Jammu. Thank you, everyone. So now I'm starting with my topic, which is about next generation intelligent network intrusion prevention system for the web spamming. So first of all, I'd like to introduce about web spamming, what it is. You must have seen lots of spam mails in your inbox every day. Most of you are using Gmail as a email client. So you must have seen a separate tab known as spam. And usually the important messages you are getting in your inbox is quite lesser than the spam you are getting. For the active user, it may be a ratio of 1:100 or even more than that. So you know that everyone wants to avoid these spam mails because most of the time you don't need their information, you don't need their offer, but still they are consuming a big part of your email box. So you know that information in transit, like messages, WhatsApp messages, email messages, or chat messages, they must be protected from unauthorized release and modification, and the connection itself must be established and maintained very securely. Security has been a very kind concern in most of the countries. However, India is yet to start with these privacy issues and security issues. So you must have heard that lots of data has been disclosed by Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Yahoo. Everyone is collecting your data and then publishing it. So it is our duty as a researcher to prevent this illegitimate traffic. So the first step to prevent this is the intrusion detection. It improves security of a system by complementing some protective mechanism, some protocols, and there is a word spam. Any of you is aware of the actual meaning of a spam? What is actually spam is? If you are having any questions, you can ask anytime using the chat box. Or if you want to comment, you can use the chat box. Basically, spamming is sending unsolicited and usually unwanted messages or emails in bulk without taking consent of you, because you are the recipient. And one of the most common spam is sending a spam mail. Why they're sending you spam mails? Just to retrieve some sensitive information. Like you've got a lottery, you're going to have $100 million. Just provide your account number. So this the motive of this email was to get your account number, sometime passwords, sometime your privacy information, like your mobile number, your Aadhaar card number, your PAN card number, sometime credit card credentials. You must have seen a revolving chair is at sale at only rupees 1,000. These type of messages are very common on Facebook. So whenever you are getting such message, you will easily get tempted to buy that type of a chair. But you know that a revolving chair doesn't come at this cost. Then why these messages has been flashed on Facebook? They are just to get your credit card credentials or your debit card credentials. So basically everyone is trying to retrieve your sensitive information. So there is a old definition that spam is unsolicited, unwanted mail that was sent to you directly or indirectly by a sender having no current relationship with you, the recipient. So what these spam messages are containing? There must be some image or a multimedia message, advertising, usually legal, illegal, or worthless products, maybe promoting some event, or just propagating some computer malware. Everyone is looking for a free software. We need Windows 11, but without giving any cost. So students and sometimes teachers are also looking for these resources on internet. So why somebody is selling you or giving you a download link for Windows 11 at a zero cost? What is their relationship with the Microsoft? Are they competitor of Microsoft? Are they your friends? You even know them? No. But we are just going after the every possible download link. And every such software comes with number of malwares, which are basically designed to hijack your computer. And that is why you have seen so many cases where the Facebook or Twitter accounts or email accounts of even celebrities are getting hacked. So all these spam messages are quite cheaper to send. I will tell you its cost as well. in this session. So to get a genuine mails, we need spam filtering, which is which can be an automated technique to identify between spam and non-spam. Non-spam are those messages which are genuine, and spam are those messages which are unwanted. So sometimes spam filtering is based on the message contents. Even Gmail is doing this. Yahoo Mail is doing this. Hotmail is doing this. Most of the email servers are just working on the basis of message content and what it is containing. But these spam filters are not so perfect. You must have seen some messages on your WhatsApp that we have sent you a bill of your mobile account. And if you are not getting in your spam, kindly check in not getting in your inbox, then check in your spam folder. Why these genuine things are going in the spam folder? It is because of the different policies adopted by these big email clients. If some 100 or 1,000 people will mark that, suppose your Airtel bill is coming to your email, and some 100 or 1,000 person have marked that particular mail as a spam, then it will automatically consider that all the mails which are coming from the Airtel side are a spam only. So you'll get those important mails in your spam folders, which are easily or automatically getting clean after 30 days. So by this, you can lose many important messages. This is one of the category that how we are detecting these spam mails. Sometimes they are using detection based technique, sometimes demotion based, and sometimes prevention based. So these are different strategies. In short, detection based strategy attempts to identify spam and remove it or reduce its prominence. Demotion based strategies attempts to lower the ranking of spam in ordered list. And prevention based strategies attempt to make contribution of spam more difficult by changing their interfaces or limiting user actions. Now let's take some data. It's a data published at the end of year 2021 by securelist.com. They said a total of 45.56% of emails generated in 2021 were spam, almost 50%. Out of which more than 50% of spam mails were sent from Russia and another 14.12% from Germany. So the secure list mail antivirus have blocked a huge figure 148.173.261 having malicious attachments sent in the emails. Sometimes the attachments which contains malware or some other type of trojans or viruses. The most common malware which was found in 2021 was Agentia Trojans. They have blocked number of phishing links. Phishing links are those links which you think that they are quite genuine. On every second or third day, I'm getting a message that Amazon is giving you a free gift worth 1,000 rupees. Just click on this link. And that link is not from Amazon, but it was containing a message. If you will forward this to 10%, you will get a free gift. So we always keep sending those messages to all the possible list, all the possible numbers on our contact list, so that to get that free list, a free gift. And remember one thing, there is nothing free in this world. There is no free lunch in this world. Everything is paid. So why Amazon is sending you a gift worth 1,000 rupees? And you must have seen on number of websites that there is a twisted image containing some word or some numbers, which we called as captcha. And we think that after applying a captcha with any web form, it will become a secure one. Nobody can spam it. So I've listed few examples like bypass captcha, captcha brotherhood, image decoders, image typers. Sometime you can visit these links. You know, they are having number of online users to solve these captcha puzzles, and they are available 24/7. All these websites are solving your captcha by someone else. It is easily available on the download sites where you are willing to download a particular software, and that software is with multiple files, multiple parts, and to download one after other part, you need to solve one captcha, and then you have to wait for 15 minutes or say 1 minute. So if you are not willing to observe that screen every time, you can use any of these captcha solving websites and they will solve captcha for you. You can easily schedule your downloads and then you can sleep. In the morning, you will get all the files downloaded on your computer. So when captcha is made to detect a bot, means a robot and a human. But what if humans are solving captcha? So if you are not solving that captcha puzzle, but some other human is solving it, then there are huge chances to avoid or bypass these captcha challenge. So that is why I've written captcha is no more effective these days. Just I've mentioned about type of filters like web spam, content spam, then heuristic filters. You must have seen few things like just look at here, 3 exclamation marks or 3 times dollars or 100% free. Sometimes these are the messages which are quite common in all the spam messages. So what heuristic based filter is doing, they are just checking that if you are really having these type of words in your messages, and if anything like this has been mentioned in a spam in a mail, then it will be termed as spam mail. How easy it is. You cannot write 100% free in a genuine message. You cannot write 3 exclamation mark like hi followed by 3 time exclamation mark. If you are writing this, then your message will go in the spam mail. Then one other filter, Bayesian filter, actively used by Gmail and other email clients. They are also content based. They are checking at the content. Like I have mentioned one example, if Rolex has been appeared 45 times in your spam mail, then Bayesian filter thinks that there is 90% possibility that this type of mail is a spam. You must have heard lots of news channels debating on a topic, and you will observe that repeating a single word many times because they are trying to focus on that particular thing. If you'll open any popular news channel, you will hear a word Ukraine, Ukraine, Ukraine. Sometimes more than 10 times in a minute. Why? Because they are focusing on that thing. So all the Bayesian type of filters are basically focusing on a single word. So that's why they think that this type of mail is a spam mail. Then there are some list-based filters, which is very interesting category, but it is tough to implement without using artificial intelligence. One is a blacklist, then whitelist, then real-time black hole list, gray list. There are many type of lists, but all these lists are private to a server. They are not sharing with others. Suppose you have checked one email which is in your Gmail inbox and you think it is a spam. Somebody is trying to sell you some revolving chair at 500 rupees. You think it's a spam. You have marked it as spam. So who is recording this? That this particular email ID is a spam email ID. Only Gmail. But it is not sharing it with Yahoo. It is not sharing with Hotmail. It is not sharing with any other email servers because they want to improve only their servers, not in whole. So they are basically non-cooperating type of email clients. They said if you are working on Gmail, it is safe. If you are working on other email clients, they are unsafe. So that is why they are hiding these potential spam threats. So that is why this type of list is not popular these days. But actually, by combining this concept with the AI, it can become a very good it can become a very good spam filtering technique, which I'll explain you later in my topic. Sometimes you think that spam is okay. If I'm getting spam, what is the harm in it? We are from computer science background. We are intelligent enough. We have cleared our entrance examination. We are passing with very flying colors. So we can easily detect these spam mails. But haven't you noticed that some of your friends, some of your relatives or senior citizens are easily getting befooled by these spam mails? It is because we from the computer science background are not using our intelligence to help them. And that is why they are getting befooled. So let's try to go a bit deeper into this concept. Then why somebody is sending spam? You must this question must have came in your mind as well sometimes. And why somebody is sending spam? What is the benefit they are having? So I've taken an example of one spam bot, one spam robot. Its name was Frisbee, also known as CB Play or Exchanger. It was the topmost botnet as per the views of spam experts. It was sharing 60% share in the total spam. Of the entire spam volume generating per year, it was sharing 60% share. It was supposed to be hosted on Macalo ISP of San Jose. And when that particular ISP was turned down because of the spamming and all, because of these reports, that particular ISP was turned down in year 2008. And the total spamming volume came down by 75%. Can you believe it? 70% of the spam was generating from a single ISP in the world. So let's take its statistical data. Frisbee was generating 60 billion messages per day. And if you'll count a per second spam message, it was approximately 7 lakh messages per second. And suppose they are sending a small picture with some text and its size is approximately 10 KB, that is spam mail size is approximately 10 KB, then it means SRISB needs a server which is having 7 Gbps bandwidth to generate spam mail. 7 GB per second. So if they are using some dedicated lease line internet connection with 1:1 upload and download ratio, and there is about say 10% fluctuation in the bandwidth, means they're having very good type of ISP. Then still they need 15.4 Gbps bandwidth internet connection. And if we'll compare with the internet cost in India, I'm using the BSNL India website data, then it needs 73 CR plus of amount per year to generate this much of a spam. So this is 73 CR is the minimum internet the internet cost to run a SRISB in India. There are many other costs as well. The cost of PC, the cost of persons, the cost of internet, electricity, cost of space, number of salaries. So you can easily imagine they need something 100 CR plus per year to generate this much of a spam. So if a company is investing 100 CR plus per year, then don't you think they are gaining a lot more price out of this? So it is a economical model of SRISB. Now just think, sometime you must have seen in various movies and web series that if you want to catch a criminal, you have to think like a criminal. So if you want to hit their economical model, then you can easily control the spam as well. There are many ethical hackers who are doing this. They are just hitting on the economical models of these spam bots. So suppose in place of 7 lakh spam emails per second, we are restricting a SRISB server to send only 3 spam emails per minute. Per server with an average of 20-second limit to fill and post a web form. And suppose we are having about 100 target server. Then that 7 lakh spam mails comes to 350 emails per second per server. And by this, the spam reduction can become 99.95%. And just to share the data of Gmail, that they are approximately identifying 38% of maximum spam mails. Gmail is only at 38% positive results. And just by working on the Gmail on the economical model, we can reduce it to 99.95%. And if you think that how to do that, we can proceed. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay. So we have studied this model and we have designed 2 aspects. One is the technical standards and one is the behavioral mindset. So we are actually checking the behavioral mindset of these spamming bots. Means, just take an example of Swissbee. If I have to invest 100 crores to generate spam, I must be getting 200 crores from different advertisers. Then only I'll go for this model, otherwise not. So for this thing, the technical standard says that use a CAPTCHA, like Gmail is using reCAPTCHA. Sometimes people are using a hidden honeypot, which is a hidden field in your contact form. And sometimes they are collecting different email IDs, different MAC IDs, and collecting it in a form of a spam sets. So this is my experimental setup. And the model I've used to prevent this spam control, I named as Spamizer 1.0. So far, I have made 2 spamizers, 1.0 and 2.0. The research paper of both the spamizers has been published with IEEE. So in this concept, I have used an alternative use of honeypot. You can easily see here that there is one legitimate user and one is spam bot. Both are working on a web page. They both are willing to send some data or filling a form. Then there is a service known as Spamizer 1.0. And this web page is connected with it. So some data, the green line is transferring to the application server, while the red line is going to the honey trap server. From where this red line is coming from, you can check in the figure. The spam bot is generating a red line, which is going to a web page, to our service, and to the honey trap server. While the legitimate traffic is going to the web page, then our service, then to the application server. So these are 2 different type of approaches. So you may have heard this word, honey trap or the honey pot. Like if you are eating your lunch and bees are coming to disturb you, they're sitting on your food. Then there is a very common technique. Take a piece of sweet, place it a little distant from your food plate, and all the bees will go to that sweet. They will not come to eat your food, because they love that sweet more than your food. And by this, you can easily have your food without any disturbance of the bees. So that particular thing where we kept the sweet is known as a honey pot. So what we are doing is, we are actually making a same type of application like the identical one, and we are routing the spam attack to a similar application. If we can detect that this particular incoming is from a spam site, then it will be sent to the honey trap server. So basically, it's a technique to detect unauthorized spam attack by spam bots to trick and reveal their identities. And we are simply transferring the spam bots to honey trap server. When they are trying to come again by using the same IP address, we know that these are spam because we have maintained their IP address in our IP blacklist. Then again, the same traffic will go to the honeypot server. It is an activity diagram of Spamizer 1.0, which I have split into two parts. I will come to its details very soon. The second approach is using a hidden form field. Like you are entering some data on a Google form. There are suppose 10 fields. Then, so what will be the maximum number of fields in which you can fill your data? 10. But suppose in that form itself, there is a hidden field, which is not visible to you. You can only see those 10 fields. So can you enter one more data in that hidden field? No, because it is not visible. You don't know where to put your input on the form. It is hidden using some JavaScript or something. But actually spam bot is not a human. They are not working on your web interface. They are working on the code itself. So that is why they cannot identify that if there is some hidden field or not. So using artificial intelligence, you can easily check that if we are receiving a form data with something there in the hidden field, then this data should be get rejected. I mentioned a code here as well. You just need to give this code in your web form. Input type is equal to text. Name is anything, gotcha. Style is display : none. Then because of writing this display : none, this text field will not be visible on your form. But spam bot will always enter something in this field. So it's another technique to check. Then third one is using difference in initial and final MAC addresses. Again, it's a different approach because usually programmers are only checking the IP addresses to prevent spam. But if we are maintaining both of them, IP address along with the MAC, then we can detect the spam more effectively. Here we are recording the MAC address by which a request is coming on the first time. Then we process the form and again check the MAC address when the request of post. Those who have done web programming must have known this, HTTP request and post. So if at the time of HTTP request, we are gathering one MAC address and then checking the MAC address when user has given a post message. If those two MAC addresses are different, then it means the spam bot is there and it is using some cloud structure, or it is keep changing their MAC addresses. Then there is a fourth approach, which is based on the behavioral mindset of spammers. It is unique. I don't know why people have not worked on this thing. They've never focused on this important parameter to detect a spam. And just by luck, this thing came into my mind that why not we should use the important factor known as time. So what I've done is I've used a AI-based application time difference, which I mentioned. It's a new approach for a spam detection. So what we are doing at the time of HTTP request, we are recording the timestamp. and we term it as initial time. This is the time when user has started entering on a form. The first character when user have mentioned in a form, at that time we are noting a timestamp and termed it as initial time. Then when user has completed the form and then user clicked on submit, then at that time it was generating a post request. So at the time of post request, we are again recording the final timestamp. And we are saying that it is a submit time. Then just by using a simple formula, application time is equal to submit time minus the initial time. When user has started entering on a form and when user has completed the form and submitted to post, we are just recording this application time. So it was a very small experiment which I have done, but the results were quite shocking. So when we have trained our system, we have recorded it with 100 and 1,000 of people just to check that what is the average time. Like somebody is filling a form in 20 seconds, somebody is filling a form in 30 seconds, somebody is filling up a form in say 100 seconds. Then we are just taking an average time. And if application time is 90% less than the average time, there can be a spam. It was my model in Spamizer 1.0. Then in my next model, Spamizer 2.0, I have converted this formula and said if application time is 90% less than the minimum time, then it means there is a spam attack. Any idea that what is the world record for 100-meter sprint race? 9 point something seconds. So if somebody is covering that race within 5 seconds, is it possible? Yes, it's possible. If somebody is not running on their natural legs, they are using some robotic legs. By using a faster and longer jumps, one can easily cover that race within 5 seconds. So can someone cover that race within 1 second? Yes, quite possible. We can put a rocket in our robot and then it may cover that 100-meter within a second. But is it possible for a human to cover that race within 1 second? No. So that is where the time factor is so important. If it is beyond the natural limits and still somebody is doing that particular task, then it must be a robot and no one else. You must have seen lots of forms, Google forms given by your colleges, universities. There may be any form using the 10 different type of fields: your name, father name, course, age, height, weight, some message. Sir, say there are 10 type of fields. So how much time you need to fill that form? If you are having a very good speed, maybe a minute. If somebody is having a lightning speed, maybe 30-40 seconds. But can you fill that form within 30 seconds? If our average trading time says it is above 45 seconds, that can you fill that form in 30 seconds? No. You have to use some tricks. you have to use some robots. How you are using it, I will explain in my further slides. Meanwhile, this is my overall system of Spamizer 1.0. This is an activity diagram for the same. If you like, I can share these diagrams with you. Otherwise, they are available on the IEEE transactions as well. Then sequence diagram for the same. I have submitted more than 12 type of UML diagrams with my research to support. So when I was using Spamizer as a web service, then at that time, it is a centralized service, Spamizer, and many web pages are connected with this service. And it is containing a centralized spam database, a database of IP addresses, a database of MAC addresses, database of average time, and all these were controlled in were recorded in this centralized spam database. And this is the block diagram. The previous diagram was quite big to be get zoomed, so it's a simple block diagram. What we are doing is that we are simply checking for an IP by which a traffic has been generated. If it is in the blacklist or the block IP list, if it is there, then the things will get shifted to our honey trap module. Otherwise, if that particular IP is not in the block list, then we'll go and check with our hidden field. If there is some value in the hidden field, yes, then we can find a real application time, how much time it is containing. If there is any value which is given in the hidden field, we'll simply go to the honey trap module. Otherwise, we'll go and find the real application time. Then we find the average application time with our training data. Based on these two datas, we can simply check if it is 90% less or equal to the average application time. If it is true, then again we update our spam table. We put that IP in the block list, and again honey trap module will start. And otherwise, it will submit the application data. So anything which is getting submitted should be guest pass with multiple channels. It should not be in the block list. It should there should be nothing in the hidden field. The application time should be equal or more than the average application time. Then only it will get submitted. Otherwise, it will only update our spam table and honey trap module will start. Honey trap module is an identical thing which is there with our main application. So let's take an example. We are having IRC-TC server by which we are doing our train reservations. So to fill different fields on IRC-TC website, you need to take around 40 to 50 seconds, say. So if within 40 to 50 seconds, you are able to fill that form and your IP is not there in the block list, then what will happen? You will simply be sent to check if you have posted something which is in the hidden field. If it is yes, honey trap module will start. Otherwise, server will check how much time you have taken to fill that form. And then they found some average application time. Say it is 40 seconds average time. And you have consumed 50 seconds. Then it means you are a legitimate user. If it is 90% or it is not 90% less, it is in fact more than that 40%, then it means you are a legitimate user and your reservation will be done. Your data will be saved. Otherwise, out of 40 seconds, you have completed this form in 30 seconds only, which is not less than 40 seconds. Then what will happen? Then it will update the spam table. They will say that nobody can submit the data within 30 seconds. And you will be given to a schedule to honey trap module, where you will get everything. You'll get an information that your reservation has been done. But in fact, nothing has been done. So why a honey trap module is required? Because whenever you will prevent someone, suppose you have put up a lock on your gate and somebody is willing to enter your house. When this person will see that there is a lock, then they'll go and find a window because they want to get into your house. But out of this, suppose we have placed a biometric lock over there where we have asked for a different some password or your fingerprint or something. And if that robber have attempted that thing, so in place of saying access denied, what we are doing, we are opening a different gate. Okay, you can enter here, which is not our house, which may be a pit. So that is how a honeypot can be used. Whenever you will deny someone, they will find another technique, another way to enter your house. But if you can detect that this person is a spammer, so just route it to some other place, some other house where nothing has been kept. It's an empty house. Person will go there and finally came out because he'll get nothing. So by using this type of setup, we can easily play with the mindset of our spammers. What is actually required is we need to share our this spam database with all other servers as well, so that they'll get the blacklist, they'll get the gray list, they'll get the white list. All type of list should be available to other users as well. Then only our research will be of any help to those persons. I've implemented the same thing on my personal website, which is manishsaxena.in. Using the same formula and the same thing, I like to show you with the results. When I was using Spamizer 1, and the reduction factor was 90%. At that time, the spam mails were only 6, out of which 4 were false positive. By using reduction factor at 50%, there was no spam mail, no false positive. When I've specifically mentioned it to 4 seconds, again, no spam mail, no false positive. But then I've used Spamizer 2.0, a different advanced approach with more AI technique. And then when I've generated the data, I have seen after 70% reduction of the total application time, average application time, the spam mails were nil. Nobody was able to send a single spam using that web form. There were some false positive because you must have seen some autofill property in your browser. If you have entered data using your web form, then from the next time it is automatically available over there. And whenever you are clicking that data, you may see that lots of fields will get filled automatically. So because of that, some spam messages were recorded, out of which 4 messages were false positive. It was because they were using the autofill property. But when I've used this 80% relaxation time, then only 2 spam mails were recorded. And why those 2 people were able to send that spam message? Because they were using some auto form filler application, which runs with a single click. One such example is RoboForm 9. So by using that type of software, the data will get filled automatically and also your form will be posted. This is a very common approach to fill someone's email account with spam mails. But wherever we are going for 50% or more than that relaxation time, reduction time, then there is no single spam recorded. So if we are using artificial intelligence, spammers are also using artificial intelligence. If we are making such type of fields, spamizers, all the spammers are making RoboForm and other type of techniques. So that's where we have seen that CAPTCHA is not the solution for user authentication. It can be easily compromised. And I'm working on a smart CAPTCHA technique, which will be a different type of CAPTCHA. Which such online applications will fail to enter. I've already made that model, but somehow, because of some technical hitches, I'm not yet able to complete that thing. So some of the key finding of this experiment was that these new server technologies need to include these anti-spamming technique as well to handle those spam attacks. And the key point is, if we'll hit the economical model, if we'll restrict them from 7 lakh mails to 3 mails, then they will not be able to handle the expenses which will incurred within a year. And because of these huge losses, they will not be able to send any spam mails. However, there are a few limitations as well. I need to implement this thing on some high search ranking website like IRCTC or maybe some government website or something. Then only we'll see the major spam bot attacks. So when we'll feel that real data, then this model will be successful. Because we need to find those IP addresses, those MAC addresses, which are responsible for spamming. And they are not interested in my personal website. They are more interested in those websites, the banking websites, different government schemes website and all. So this is about my research. Now over to you. If you have any questions. organizers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for this great session. Now, I would like to invite Engineer Shivalika, Coordinating Committee Member, for the vote of thanks. Over to you, Shivalika.
Ma'am, I am audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Would like to take this opportunity to place on record of hearty thanks to our chief guest, Sri Sudarshan Kumar, guest of honor, Shri Umesh Baru, Chairman JGI, Engineer Vidhi S. Singh, Dean YCD, Mr. Dinesh Gupta, Chief Coordinator, Mr. B.R. Verma, Principal IECS, Engineer Amit Sharma. I take immense pleasure in extending my sincere thanks to HOD Engineer Robin Kumar and faculty members for their support. Thanks once again.